All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And look at this, right away a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forced out to his left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's going to be caught. The end result, 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And again this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Second and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey.
Running right, here's Okoye. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On first down, it's Arnold. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Rosen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Middle. 57's the Mike. Rock 57. Hey, tight. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Hey, come on now.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a play fake here on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Rosen to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot, how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7, 80, undercrunch. Hey, I need one over here. Hey, watch that. Hug. Mike, 54.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. It's complete to Grant. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You remember me? Let's go. 43.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Attack.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Yellow, 180. Stay with your man. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. New Mike 52, Mike 52. 15. Buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Switch. Back.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Ingram hauls it in. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check it back. Hey, 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Giants.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14 to 10.
Makes the score Giants 14, Dolphins 10. Rosas to kick off for the Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That one goes for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Rosen will throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And here he's got Grant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Okoye. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow. 52.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 37.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Let's go.
Yellow.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Hey, pick your game up.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go again. Hey, one set. Check.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yellow. 180.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hero 15. Let's go, baby.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Wait. I've got blue lady.
55. Check pass. Check pass.
Come back.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, Dolphins.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
First down.
Rosen now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, switch gears.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as they have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right here.
Switch.
Hey, 57 colors. Right side.
They'll go to Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yellow. There's a line.
Pretty quiet.
Right side.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant 88 yards. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the edge.
15.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play.
Dolphins 31, Giants 21.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack on first down, Mahomes and going deep for that's caught at the 25, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now they try the right side here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
6-man.
They run again with Okoye. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 38, Giants 28. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
It's caught inside the 25. And they will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
38, Giants 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Help, help, help. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, alert. Alert.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. And now defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Back to throw. Mahomes. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the run.
Yellow.
52, right, 52. Don't get nervous. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Drop deep, drop deep.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
You. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Come for you.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Break that. 54 Mike. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming behind.
Now they try the right side here. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 47-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rosen to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
Get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent. Get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Come, baby. I'm coming, baby.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.